What was the moment you realized your boyfriend wasn't proud of your success, he was jealous of it? Eli and I started at Marlowe Pike within 3 months of each other. Both in digital marketing, both eager to climb the ladder, both working under Melissa the VP with resting CEO face and a permanent iced coffee in hand. At first, it was friendly competition. Late nights building pitch decks, arguing over client retention strategies, celebrating every tiny win with post-shift martinis. Somewhere between the shared cab rides and 2 a.m. pizza orders, friendly turned flirty. And then, one night, he kissed me in the elevator, right after I'd landed my first solo client. We kept it quiet. HR technically discouraged workplace relationships, but they didn't forbid them. And honestly, it worked. We were that obnoxious couple who had his and hers matching Notion boards and lunch breaks synced like a Google Calendar prayer. For a while, I thought it was perfect. But the thing about shared ambition is, eventually, someone gets ahead. And in our case, it was me. Melissa pulled me aside after Q4 and said the words I didn't even realize I was desperate to hear. "We're promoting you to associate director, effective January." I remember sitting in my car afterward, gripping the steering wheel like it was the only thing tethering me to earth. I wanted to scream, cry, call my mom. But first, I told Eli. He blinked, smiled, and said, "Wow, that's fast. Not congrats, not I'm proud of you, not you deserve it. Just that." I brushed it off, told myself he was surprised, processing. Maybe he'd had a rough day. Except the surprise never wore off. The pride never showed up. And the smile? It didn't quite reach his eyes anymore. By February, I was leading projects he used to run. By March, I had a team under me. And by April, Eli was barely speaking to me at work. At home, he still kissed me goodnight, still made me coffee. But the silence between us got longer and colder. Then came May, when HR emailed me with the subject line, "Formal complaint, immediate review required." I stared at the email like it was written in another language. "A formal complaint has been submitted, alleging inappropriate workplace behavior and misconduct. We are requesting your attendance at a preliminary review meeting scheduled for May 12th at 10:30 a.m. My stomach dropped so fast it felt like my insides had forgotten how gravity works. Misconduct? I hadn't so much as raised my voice in a meeting, let alone done anything questionable. The only thing that had changed in the last few months was my promotion. I called Eli because of course I did. He was still my boyfriend, still the person I trusted. He didn't answer. When I got home that night, he was already there, sitting on the couch like nothing was wrong, watching Succession reruns with a beer in his hand. I paused in the doorway, holding my bag like a shield. "Hey," I said carefully. "HR emailed me today." He looked up, blinked. "Oh? They said there's been a complaint. Against me." Silence. Then he nodded just once and said, "That sucks. That sucks. Not what happened? Not, do you know who reported you? Not even, are you okay?" Just those 2 words, thrown out like crumbs. I don't know what I expected. Maybe panic. Maybe outrage on my behalf. Maybe the person who used to tell me I was unstoppable would show up again. Instead, I sat across from him on the same couch where we used to fall asleep tangled in limbs, and felt more alone than I had in years. The next morning, I met with Janine from HR. She wore that polite professional mask that said, "I don't want to be here either."